This is a throwing knife only run. The grenade pistol is solely for fabricators and the supply pack is my dying grace. Curious what it looks like when you're crazy enough to bring a knife to a gunfight? And stick around as we explore Automaton planet Menkent. My name is Faisal, and welcome to Hell. Off to Menkent we go. Since this build looked like it was requested straight out of Hell, it's only fitting I suppose. I went for an ICBM mission, since mastering knives is gonna be hard enough. I'm not allowed to use anything but my throwing knives to kill bots. The grenade pistol is only for fabricators, and I pray the supply pack saves me from whatever is coming my way. Also, I brought the extra stealth 550 speed armor. Thank you to IQ Plays and everyone else who wanted to see this. Enjoy the agony.
Let them come.
Are you serious? I don't even get my supply pack right away. Let me hit you with some math really quick. Including my 4 resupplies from the backpack, I have 40 knives I can throw every couple minutes. Let's say every 2 minutes for calculation ease. So 20 knives every 1 minute. That means I can throw 1 knife every 3 seconds. So long story short, this build forced me into stealthy boy mode. Maybe I'll try it again sometime in combat boy mode, but this run was hard enough, so let me call a therapist first. Okay, let's see how good you are at guessing. Here's your first pop quiz, just for fun. Near the 35-minute mark, I realize A. I need to move faster since I'm on a hot planet. B. After swapping from prone to crouched, I needed to not move to stay stealth. Or C. A patrol is right behind me. The last time I crawled this much, I was looking for coins at a festival. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that, even though that shit's crazy expensive and unreasonable. So here I'm thinking, is this a jammer with or without a fabricator attached? I don't recognize the layout. Then my second thought is, does a throwing knife one-shot a devastator? Oh man, all these questions. Alright man, less thinking, more doing. Chop chop. Got him. Okay, I didn't think this through. Dude, I'm wearing stealth armor, come on. Reflection number 1 by the way. When you have low ground, hug the base of the walls. As you could tell, that walker tried really hard to nail me but couldn't, due to me hugging the walls. Okay, change of plans. I wanted to get around this thing but I'm getting flanked. Time to leave. Which isn't too bad since these guys will be gone by the time I get back here. I want as much stuff to get off me as fast as possible, so I keep running for quite a while here before I turn to kill the Light Infantry. So tip number 1. Dropships can only be called every 2 minutes or so. While it's on cooldown, the Light Infantry becomes much less relevant, since that's their main threat. Remember, other than Light Infantry and walkers, basically all automatons are snails. So with the dropship calling on cooldown, the only actual thing that can catch you that's dangerous is a walker, and even they're not so bad. I'm not gonna lie, nailing boss with these throwing knives make me feel really badass. That was my last knife though, so I need my backpack. Now. Tip number 2. The scout armor passive also lets your pins on the map become scanning beacons, so you always know how many enemies are near whatever you pinned on the map. So although I normally rarely pin, right now it's giving me a lot of information as to what I can expect prior to engagements. Intel matters. Use it. In this example, the pin informs me there's actually not a lot here, so I take this opportunity to stealth my way to the objective, hopefully getting a free side objective without any hassle. My hands are like crazy itchy to just grenade pistol this tower and move on with it. Damn it, 2 IQ plays. The correct answer is B. After going from prone to crouched, I moved just a slight bit. That movement was enough to trigger the bots right next to me though. Had I not done that, I would have been done here real quick. Unfortunately, that's a scenario for a different day. Which leads me to tip number 3. When sneaking a console, make sure you're not pressing your movement keys when you go from prone to crouching, since being prone provides a lot more stealth than being crouched. And the action that actually triggers them is noise from your movement. So by going from prone to crouched and not moving, from a stealth perspective, you're still pretty much prone. The reason you have to go into a crouched position, by the way, is because you can't interact with the console while you're prone. Alright, pop quiz number 2. Near the 30-minute mark, I come back for the illegal broadcast and A. There's no enemies, easy peasy. B. I sense a Hulk eyeing me while on the console and I leave just in time. Or C. A walker headshots me from far away. Have you tried the grenade pistol from the Democratic Detonation Warbond yet? It's absolutely phenomenal. I guess you can kind of consider it a long-range impact grenade weapon, or a mini grenade launcher. That's probably the best gun in that warbond. I apologize to the Eruptor fans, of course. Strategically, I'm just running from objective to objective every time I get overwhelmed. My whole setup kind of demands it. With only 40 knives and a stealth armor, I don't have much of a choice, I feel. So, reflection number 2. I'm pretty proud of how I'm adapting to my loadout here. I don't like playing stealthily, but I can't help but accept that it's definitely the best way to run this build. I considered running a more combative armor piece, but I feel I wouldn't be able to hold my ground very long with just knives. Also, if you guys dare request a throwing knife only no stealth run, I hate you and I love you at the same time. Please don't though. Come on, I can feel you typing. Stop it. Thank goodness this jammer had a fabricator attached. Gotta thank the RNG gods from time to time. I suppose an upside to all this stealthing is I can fast forward a lot of it without you guys missing too much action. Which leads me to my first fun fact. And if you're new to my channel, my fun facts are oriented at providing quality to your life from my experience as an intensive care nurse, so bear with me if you don't mind. Fun fact number 1. Boredom means you should reflect. Psychologists believe that boredom is a symptom of your mind looking for fulfillment, or roughly translated, if you're bored, your mind is telling you that you should be doing something more important. And I'll save you the psychology on this one, and keep it short. One of the easiest ways to find meaning is by taking care of others. And if you don't know where to start, I got you. Practice giving other people compliments. If you're like me, you're mighty good at dishing out insults. Learn to lift people up as well though. The oxytocin your body generates will fill your brain up with meaning pronto. Remember, complimenting people is a skill, so don't give up on the first attempt. Good luck, boys and girls. There's a lot of big boys south of here. They haven't seemed to have noticed me yet though. May as well scout the objective since I'm sitting here anyway.
Tagging map, north, 50 meters.
See, it really looks like they noticed me because a fire tornado hit them. Can someone confirm or deny? The correct answer is B. I absolutely felt this hulky boy breathing down my neck. Now unless these throwing knives penetrate his eye socket, it's time to run. Which leads me to tip number 4. Experiment with your favorite weapons. If you really enjoy the way something plays, make sure you push it to the absolute limit. Figure out every little detail you can about it, since that intel will most likely increase your success rate. I mean, you already like it. Knowing everything about it just means you increase the amount of situations that weapon is going to get you out of, be it guns or stratagems. So, experiment away, team. And if you're thinking, nah, I'll just watch a YouTuber instead, just remember, the reason there's always content to create is because there's always something to experiment with. The reason I bring up your favorite weapons is because you should be having fun while experimenting with them, which means you're probably going to find little nuances that us YouTubers could only dream of making videos about. If you do find some nuances, remember to help your boy Fast a lot if you're feeling generous. Thank you in advance. What is it with all these hooks like sniffing me out? Okay, simple plan. I finished the console till step 5. Then it has to do a long load before I can pull the generator lever. But I'll come back for the lever later since I'm getting flushed out of here. Okay, that's a really poor choice of words. You get me though, I hope. There we go. Some enemies that can knife. Does a knife go through here? Nope. Okay, I definitely don't have to fight these. Okay, but I really want to. So, here we go. Excellent. Some wasted time for no apparent reason. JK, of course. Fun is always a reason. Pop quiz number 3. Near the 25-minute mark, I A. Finally finished terminating the illegal broadcast. B. Perfectly stealth past many bots. Or C. I knife a devastator in the face. See how easy this is? If you're enjoying me easily beating this easy Helldive mission, fighting easy bots and eating easy mines, an easy like and an easy sub would help me out a lot. If I just say easy enough times, will you start believing me or no? Okay, I'll stop there.
Hellbomb orb! Clear the area!
Excuse me? Eyes on me, Walker boys. Ignore the hellbomb, please. Of course the Hulk thinks I'm talking to him. This is probably where I introduce you guys to Bobby, my pet Hulk. He's gonna be with me for the next 3 minutes. Please don't pet or feed Bobby. Thank you. Oh yeah, reflection number 3. If you're curious why I'm not stimming here, it's because I think I'll need the extra stamina more than I will need the extra health. With only Bobby chasing me, I just need to make sure I get distance. Not a strategy for the faint-hearted, but definitely a possible ace up your sleeve. Okay, I waited long enough, and I need this resupply. Wait, am I running a circle? Yes, I was running a circle. Reflection number 4. Don't retrace your steps when fighting bots. You'll usually just end up running back into bullets. Or mortars, as showcased here. Which is also true for bowel spewers, by the way. Tip number 5 from 2IQ plays him or herself. Using the servo-assisted armor makes aiming with the throwing knife a lot easier. You do lose the stealth perk, of course, in my case. But if you're looking for laser accurately knifing some bots, get yourself some servo assistance. The stagger on the throwing knife is fantastic. Maybe I need to stop bringing weapons with fantastic stagger and start bringing weapons with better damage. So, does anyone know how to handle a walker with throwing knives? I kind of feel like you're not supposed to, but to be fair, maybe I just haven't found the right nuance yet. Okay, here we go, full stealth mode. By diving, crouching, and repeat, you can actually move pretty fast while still being stealth. As you can tell here, they don't actually notice me while I'm doing this. They do, however, hear when you finish the console apparently though. The correct answer is A. It literally took me 3 runs to get this damn side objective completed. But I still believe that's better than staying here and dying over and over. Not by much though, but gotta make do I suppose. And pop quiz number 4. Near the 20-minute mark I A. Accidentally trigger a detector tower, B. Die to a hellbomb dropping on me, or C. Can't get a hellbomb off to save my life. I'd like to formally dub this crouch dive technique the dolphin technique. My friend Craig enjoys doing it while wearing heavy. Since it's probably faster than sprinting in heavy, am I right? I have a link to my Twitch stream in the description if you'd like to hang out with Craig and I sometime. I'm also going to try streaming to YouTube at the same time for the people that prefer being on YouTube. But not sure if that's going to kill my PC, so give me some experimentation time. Remember, this heavy outpost layout only has 3 fabricators. I just took out 1. The other 2 are between the tower cannons over there. Also, tip number 6 in case you didn't know. Tanks are snails. I just ran past them and rotating to shoot me takes them a million years. So, just don't be in front of them. You should be good. In my second to last video I described how to handle these last 2 fabricators when you don't have very good tools and why it works. Linked it in a card for you. Basically, you use friendly fire and good positioning. Hello, tower cannon. Okay, fun fact number 2. The zero risk bias is our brain's tendency to prefer eliminating a small risk in our life over reducing a big risk in it. I'll give you an example. You know when someone orders fast food, but then orders a light drink as well? That's weird. Just go all in if you're going to enjoy your fast food. The sugar is the small risk in this scenario. Eating fast food at all is the big one. So learn to work on your big risks and start accepting the small risks a bit more. You should get a lot of benefit out of that mentality. The throwing knives are starting to grow on me. Don't get me wrong, there's no way it's meta. But I preach and lecture having fun and enjoying life above all. And for that purpose, you should definitely play with the throwing knife. Alright, here we go. Catch some knives for me, bad boys. Just waiting for my hellbomb to come off cooldown at this point. I do think the throwing knife might have some merit in group play. Most likely if your team is firing guns and you're throwing knives, the bot should be facing your team most of the time. Definitely gotta test though, since I believe enemies detect your group as a single unit at the moment. I'm not sure. The correct answer is C. I really misplaced the second hell bomb. I knew that patrol was coming, but for some reason thought I could get the hell bomb off before they got to me. Very grievous mistake there. I realize I really have to pick up the pace now. I only have 20 minutes left on the clock and way too much stuff left to do. Alright, pop quiz number 5. Near the 16-minute mark, A. I actually run out of throwing knives. B. A fire tornado eats me. Or C. Rocket devastators finally get me.
Sending down equipment package. Hell bomb request approved. On its way now.
Tip number 7. A beginner one. After you stim, you continue restoring health at a very high pace, essentially making you unkillable for a couple of seconds. Keep this in mind if you're in trouble. Will help you make better decisions in terms of where to move. That knowledge here keeps me pinned to this resupply basically. Sticking around makes it so they don't shoot the hell bomb, but they shoot me instead, which is a mistake on their part. Like I said, wrong target, bot boys. Fun fact number 3. The frequency illusion clouds your judgment heavily. Combined with the negativity bias, this is awful. I explained the negativity bias in a different video. I linked it for you. Basically what the frequency illusion is when a specific thing catches your attention, that thing will start catching your attention every time, making it look to you like it's a very commonly occurring thing. Here's an example. If you're driving and someone cuts you off, the negativity bias makes it so that really bothers you, thus catching your attention. So from now on, everyone that cuts you off, you will notice very heavily. Realistically though, if you were to count every single car in traffic that drives past you, most of them don't cut you off, by a very big margin even. Unfortunately, the ones that don't cut you off, you don't notice as much. Our brain can be annoying sometimes. So stay positive is basically what I'm trying to say here, because your brain doesn't do a good job helping you there. I'd forgotten how much I hate fire tornadoes. Even though they do kill bots sometimes, I suppose. Yeah, okay, alright. I hate fire tornadoes. The correct answer is B. Of course I got eaten by a fire tornado. Okay, Fatso. Positivity. If you want this win anyway. Let's go. Okay, so sub-objective, main objective, heavy outpost, and 2 side objectives left. In 15 minutes. I can do this. I believe, damn it. The fire tornadoes actually help me out here. They decimate this entire patrol, so thank you, I guess. They do force me to run all the way around though, so I guess I take it back. I don't know. Alright, no time for games. Pick up the pace fast, so go. I'd love to have whatever is in these stims for my hospital patients. Just saying. I'm actually getting forced out of here. This is a huge problem, because I'm low on time, and the next objective I can do is really far away. Oh man. I guess it is what it is. Apparently the throwing knife is not very effective against berserkers. Who knew? 2 more pop quizzes. Here we go. Number 6. Near the 5-minute mark, I A. Find the radar objective and realize I also have a light outpost I need to do. B. I decimate a heavy outpost in 63 seconds. Or C. I decide to just do the main objective, due to time running out. Out of curiosity, are you a die-hard throwing knife fan at this point? If so, what exactly do you like about it? I've noticed it has great stagger potential, but I feel like the damage is a bit lacking. I do know about it 4-shotting a charger if you hit it in the leg though, but I'm not sure why it doesn't 4-shot a devastator in the chest then. I will add, I am very curious what crazy shenanigans people are gonna end up pulling off with the throwing knives. I'd love to see a 70-meter throwing kill for example, or something similar. Let me know if you like the throwing knife or not in the comment section below, I'd say. Throughout this run I've thought about fighting devastators with knives multiple times. The issue I'm having is I feel like I have to get a headshot with it, since I know they take at least 3 knives to the chest if I miss. So what are my options other than the head, considering it's pretty hard to hit with a knife? Well, I could try going for the arms, if it's a heavy devastator for example, or the legs. The legs would take 2 knives minimum to do anything though, and the arms would only incapacitate them, which I don't think is too valuable, considering my movement is good enough to dodge them most of the time. So this has led me to basically not fight devastators at all in this build. Not actually what I was expecting when I went into this, but I do preach the value of adapting, so here we are. Once I get an advanced feel for the trajectory of the throwing knife, I'll try headshotting devastators more often. For now, it's a bit too much risk for too little reward though.
Hellbomb armed! Clear the area!
Although I'm happy I got this detector tower, it's really suboptimal. I'm only here because I got forced here. The reason being that the main objective is west of me. After finishing it, I'd run past this detector tower to get to the extraction. So from an optimal route perspective, I needed the east objective first, then rotating clockwise around the map. This knowledge is why I'm basically sprinting around like a headless chicken at this point, to try and make up for lost time. Fun fact number 4. We use 100% of our brain. A long time ago, I believe like a century or so, a scientist said we only know of about 10% of our brain what it actually does, which ended up being misquoted to, we only use 10% of our brain, which has led many to believe we don't use our brain to its fullest potential, which I agree with, but only because most of us let our brains play us with all these mental biases and such. To summarize, we as humans don't have dormant superpowers. Or maybe we do, but it doesn't lie in that we don't use our brain fully. We don't, however, know what all of our brain does exactly. There's a lot of neuroscientists doing a lot of fantastic work on it, but much of it is just theory for now. So from a brain research perspective, we definitely have exciting times ahead of us. The correct answer is A. I really didn't need this radar objective right now. This full clear just got more unlikely. Tip number 8 though. After you trigger a radar console, finish the first step, which is just pressing the up button. After that, you can leave and do other stuff nearby. This is the most time efficient way to do this objective, since it's a long loading time after you press up. Time is money, team. Or maybe I should say, time is samples. Heavy outpost with 4 fabricators. If you haven't seen me do these, I'll keep it short. I just threw that knife at the tower cannon so it'll try and shoot me. The reason I'm standing right here is because I wanted to shoot this fabricator in front of me. Then I can loop around behind this outpost, without being around for the second tower cannon shot. There's a ramp filled with mines that leads up to the last 3 fabricators, which is normally the safest route to clearing the rest of this outpost. I try to destroy as little mines as possible here. The reason why is because they actually prevent bots from chasing me down or up the ramp. Obviously, this strat has very serious implications if I get ragdolled though. All 3 of these fabricators you can kill with friendly fire from that tower cannon, but since I have a grenade pistol I can take care of this first one right away. Out of time efficiency, I piss off the tower cannon first though, since it takes a couple seconds to rotate. Crucial detail here is that you take out the left fabricator with friendly fire first. The reason being that this fabricator is also a form of cover, so once it goes down, the tower cannon has free line of sight to you. Now I can hide behind the last one. If I did this one first, I'd have to go across, deeper into the lion's den, which is not ideal, safe to say. Jumping off the west side here after this last fabricator goes down also immediately protects me from the tower cannon, which is not true for the east side. Going in front of those 2 last fabricators is normally death, by the way, or a very high amount of combat, which takes a lot of time. But it's definitely fun, to be fair, so pick your poison, I'd say. This strat is my favorite way of handling this 4 fabricator heavy outpost layout. It's relatively safe, very fast, and precise. So as a reminder, reflection number 5. Practice like you play. Having set strategies for set layouts makes you a deadly weapon, since you don't have to think about what to do anymore, you're just executing. So you don't have to copy me here if you don't want to, but I do highly recommend having a set strategy you can rehearse. I went for the main objective here. I was worried I didn't have enough time for a full clear anymore. One of the rare instances where I believe my optimism may have turned into naivety. On a side note, I add my social media links to all my videos so it's easy to find. The Discord server, for example, is slowly growing into a friendly and social community where you guys are more than welcome. The Twitch stream is the easiest place to find me live. The stream schedule is in the video description, by the way. And I do my best to post updates and news in both YouTube community posts, but also on X/Twitter. Thank you again for all the support, team. I completely ignore this rocket devastator, because at this point, I know just the 1 second I throw a knife is going to make a difference on whether I make it out of here or not. Right now, I'm more focused on not making any unnecessary movement than I am on the enemies. Every step I take has to be unwasted meter. I have 40 seconds before the extraction timer starts, and I still need to do the radar. Luckily, the extraction is nearby, and the extraction timer is 3 minutes instead of 2, so I do still believe it to be possible. Last pop quiz, number 7. The mission ends with me A. Diving into the Pelican at 0.1 seconds left, B. Deciding to skip the radar and just leaving without the full clear, or C. Accepting my fate, being left behind.
Taking map, southeast, 300 meters.
Okay, it's not B. I'm a full clear boy through and through, so I'm definitely not skipping the radar. And I believe it's still possible because I already pressed the console, so I only have to rotate the satellite dish and press up. I'm praying it's already in the right position, since that basically guarantees my extraction. Did you catch it? It's literally in the worst position it could be in. A full 180-degree rotation. I lost about 18 seconds having to rotate that dish. So how are we feeling? Do I make it back or no?
Helldivers never die.
Mission map updated. ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Dropping a pin, northeast.
The correct answer is C. I full cleared the map in arguably one of the hardest loadouts I've ever run. I can name at least 4 different moments in this run I could have done differently, which would have given me the extra 30 seconds I needed to extract here. For example, I should have done the radar before the main objective. It would have prevented the extra running distance and easily bridged the 30-second gap. But I'm content with the result. With every video I post, I try to give you guys a piece of who I am. Every day, I do my best to be a positive and optimistic person, which is what I hope to add to your life through this YouTube channel. If even just a little bit, that's more than good enough. If you feel someone like me would add quality to your life, I appreciate the compliment, and definitely subscribe because my whole vision to life has been the same for the last 10 years, and I'm confident I'll die defending it. That said, I decided maybe I'd give you guys a chance to express yourself as well. So here's a random question for you. Do you believe things happen for a reason? My name is Fasil. Be well, and take care.